What's up guys, in today's video we're going to be playing a grand challenge going all the way from 0 to 12 wins using log bait Rascals. So Rascals ended up getting a buff, the Rascal boy got a hit points buff and the Rascal girls got a hit speed buff. And then the Spear Goblins technically got a buff as well, a range buff, so that means the Goblin gang is better as well. So I decided to do a grand challenge with a Rascals bait deck. The Rocket is a lot worse after the nerf, so instead of the Rocket, as you guys can see, I have Wall Breakers, which are really good in the meta as another damage source besides the Goblin Barrel, and then everything else is just kind of a bait card as you'd expect. Before we head in the first game, if you guys want to support me, creator code Boston at Super Plugin. Thank you guys do that, but yeah, that being said, let's get right in the first game here and try to get the 12 win. Alright guys, so we're in our first match here, and we do have Wall Breakers in our starting hand, so I guess we can just go ahead and split Wall Breakers first play. Should be pretty solid, and we'll see what he wants to do. So he's going to go for a Ghost, so we'll just go for a Prince here, same lane, and then we saw he also went for a Ice Spirit as well. So Ghost and Ice Spirit, not really sure what this is yet. I guess we can just go for a Goblin Barrel here, kind of aggressive, but I mean, I think when, okay, perfect timing because he ended up going for a log, so that works out really nicely. We can just go for, oh my gosh, the Prince ended up taking out the Fisherman, and yeah, that defense there, not really the best on his end for sure. Princess is going to help out against that Mega Minion. So let's actually go for the Rascals here just to defend this Ghost, just to kind of show you guys what I mean by the Rascals. The spawn is different, like as you can see, the distance between the Rascal Boy and the girls a little different than before. And, you know, I would be lying to you guys if I said the Rascals are going to be broken now. They're obviously not going to be broken because things like Log, of course, are still really good against them. But with that being said, they're a lot better, so the decks they were used in before are definitely going to be a lot stronger. So for example, any of you guys who were already using Rascals bait are really going to love the buff. And then they might even be used in some other decks as well, because I was actually seeing there were some people using it in Graveyard Freeze type of decks, so I might have a video out soon playing a Graveyard Freeze deck that has the Rascals in them, if it ends up being pretty good. I can't tell if it's good yet or if people are just testing it, but we can say for a fact the Rascals did get a noticeable buff. So we'll go for a log here on top of the Fisherman. So already a really solid start to this game. I would say this deck is very, very good in single elixir because it's got a lot of spam cards, so definitely make sure in single to take advantage of that and get as much of a lead as you possibly can. Especially because after the Rocket nerf, as I already said, the Rocket is not in this deck anymore, because I personally think Rocket's one of the worst spells in the game. So, you guys can use Rocket if you want instead of Wall Breakers, but I think that Wall Breakers are going to be way better. So he's going to go for Hunter. We'll just go for Rascals here. Let's see what he wants to do. Okay, so he's going to go for his Fisherman. We'll just go for a Dark Goblin, and then we'll go for, okay, so Log is going to hit that, but that means we can go in for the Barrel now. Let's go for Wall Breakers here, and let's see if he, okay, yeah, nice, one does connect, that's perfect, so we'll just go Princess in the back here. So he's going to go for his RG, we can go for Rascals here, we can go for a Dark Goblin, and yeah, this should be defended really, really easily. Go for like a mini juke here, maybe he falls for it, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, he actually does. So Goblins are going to get some damage, and there we go. Dark Goblin connects. It's going to be GG. Really nice win here. Definitely he made some mistakes, but also probably not the worst matchup. It's just super annoying for him, especially in single elixir, to deal with all the pressure we have. Quite challenging for him for sure. So there we go. That is going to be 1-0. 11 more to go. Isra Monk. So we got Goblin Barrel on our starting hand. We can just go ahead and throw it in the corner. So if he has the Tornado, it's harder for him to activate, of course. So he's going to have a Log. Pretty much everyone's using Log, so it's not really that surprising. Even after the nerf Log got, it's still easily the best small spell. I think most people would probably agree with that. So we're going to go Prince here. So it looks like this guy's running a bait deck of some sort as well. He's got the Valkyrie, so maybe he's using an Inferno or a Tesla, kind of like one with a building. I guess we'll find out, though, soon enough. With him having the Dark Goblin, though, there's a chance he has one similar to us. I don't really know, though. We'll find out soon enough. So Princess does help snipe that. He's going to get some damage, but I guess it's nothing too significant. So I guess we'll see how this deck fares against other variants of log bait. So he's actually got the Cannon Cart. Cannon Cart could also be used in Rascal's bait, but I think that right now the Prince is better. I feel like the Prince is just, I don't know, I just really like it for the pressure and the DPS. I feel like the Cannon Cart, because it's kind of slow, it doesn't fit as amazing as you'd expect in this deck. I know people used to run it with Cannon Cart back when it was broken, but I don't think it's, like, as good anymore as it used to be. So we'll just go for a mini juke here. Maybe not the... Okay, well, he's still logged anyway, so I guess it's alright. But I was going to say, probably not the best juke, because he ended up having goblins there anyway. So pretty, you know, close game so far. Nothing significant has really happened. We can probably just go for a princess in the back here. Would probably be pretty solid. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that, because he just went for a goblin gang. And he's going to go ahead and fireball that. So he actually has fireball as a spell. I guess he has that instead of the rocket. So that's another option too. You could use fireball instead, I guess. We'll go for Rascals here. We'll go for a princess. He's going to log, so let's actually get a Dark Ob down. Okay, really nice log there. That one log might have just won us the game, because, got us so much damage. He might go for, like, yeah, some pressure, I was gonna say. Okay, yeah, nice. We are able to fully counter that. Let's see here. We'll go for a prince in the back. He's gonna go for a cannon cart. We could go Rascal's Bridge here. I think should be solid. Go ahead and juke the barrel a little bit. He actually just went for his log. Okay, I'm probably gonna stop juking the barrel now, because he's not really falling for it as much as I would hope. Get a prince down in the back here. Alright, we're able to get some damage there, which is good. Okay, this is like a massive, massive push coming in. Rascals, can they clutch up? Oh my gosh, yeah, they actually can. That was really nice. Let's go. Rascals did kind of end up clutching up there, not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, nice. We did get some damage. Yeah, nice. We're actually doing pretty well this game. I have no clue who has matchup between us. But as of now, we do have the lead. I'm gonna get a log going here. He's probably gonna... There it is. Oh, he does fireball, so definitely need to get a Dark Ob down. Okay, log came down late. So yeah, I have no clue between us who does have matchup. Feel like it could probably be one that goes either way, so it probably is winnable, or not too bad when you face other bait variants. In fact, it actually probably would have been easier if he had a building, because if he was using bait with Inferno, I feel like the Inferno wouldn't have done too much, because it doesn't... Inferno doesn't get too much value against, like, bait and spammy kind of decks, so I feel like this would fare alright against other variations of bait. Prince also does quite good against the Mighty Miner. I feel like it's pretty annoying for the Mighty Miner to deal with. And there we go. 2-0 now, 10 more to go. In our next match here, this guy actually has a Grand Challenge badge, so he's quite good. Especially for someone at only 2 wins in a Grand Challenge. Definitely better than you would expect. So he does have the Mega Knight. Let's see how the Rascals fare against it. Should actually be quite decent, if I had to say. We'll go for a Princess here to take care of those bats. And yeah, I mean, Rascals, the DPS is really solid, as you can see. So if this guy has only Zap as his spell, this should be very easy for us. He might have arrows, though. I actually can't even remember if he's used to spell or not yet. Either way, let's just go for Do we want to go Goblin Barrel here or Wall Breakers? Let's go Goblin Barrel. This will tell us for sure what spell he has. I actually forget if he's used a spell or not yet. Okay, so he does go for the Spear Goblins there instead of using a spell. As a result, takes a ton of damage, so... Still don't know what kind of spell he's got. Let's go Wall Breakers here. See what he wants to do. And he is going to go for a Zap. Okay, so this should be a good matchup. Very good for us, actually, because... Especially when we get to double and triple elixir and we can like stack Rascals, Princesses, and stuff like that, it's going to be really, really difficult for him to break through because just obviously with having only one spell, and especially with it only being a Zap when you're against a bait deck, that is very difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible for him, but with that being said, Prince connects to the tower. He's saying the good luck, so yeah, he knows it. Yeah, I mean, like, this deck wrecks any kind of deck that doesn't have log, essentially. And even when you have log, you can still win. I mean, as you saw, we did just beat RG as the first game before, bait with log. But when they don't even have a log, it's typically going to be very, very easy. Because even the Barb Barrel doesn't really do that great against this deck. I mean, it can take out the Goblin Barrel, obviously, but it's not going to be that good against the Rascals, because it's not going to take them out immediately. And then also, like... Yeah, the Dark Goblin Princesses are annoying because unless they're right next to the bridge, you're not going to be able to reach them. Anyway, I'll see you guys when we find the next game. Alright, we're in our next game here against this Japanese player, so let's just go ahead and start things off here with a Goblin Barrel in the corner and see what he wants to do. So he's going to go for a Barb Barrel. We'll go for Wall Breakers in the opposite lane. So Barb Barrel could be a few different things, but typically it means it's a heavier deck. Good chance of it being something like, I don't know, I was going to say Electro Giant, but with Mega Minion I'm not really sure. I guess it could still be E-Giant because the Mega Minion did get buffed, so people are probably, like, testing it out. I'm going to actually go Prince here to protect because the Dark Goblin's going to be pretty annoying for him since he, Oh, wow, another person using Rascals. So, yeah, as you guys can see, Rascals definitely getting some usage now after their buff. So Princess just to take care of those, and then... Okay, so he's going to have a poison. We'll go for Goblin Barrel here. We want to do it like that on the side sometimes to, yeah, because often they'll miss it. So you can get some chip damage. And that's really smart to do when they have a Barb Barrel. When they have a log, it doesn't really matter because even if you play it on the side, because the log has a larger radius, they're not going to mess that up. So, but when they have Barb Barrel, definitely make sure to do that. So he goes in for the Valk. So now he has to defend these Rascals, which is really good for us. We'll go for a Prince in the opposite lane here. It's quite interesting, I have to say, that he's using Fisherman, because this looks like a graveyard deck, except Fisherman, like, typically doesn't get played in graveyard, so that's why I'm a little bit... Okay, not gonna lie, that was kind of a bad, I guess it's not really the end of the world, but because look at all that damage we just got, but yeah, the, I'm a little confused if this guy has graveyard or not, because, I mean, it looks like a graveyard deck, but at the same time, I don't know why he would have Fisherman in it, because typically Fisherman, like I said, wouldn't be played in a graveyard deck, but I don't really know. Anyway, really good start. As I said, try to get a good lead in single, because obviously that's where you can get the bulk of your damage with this kind of deck. So somehow he let that connect, so that's super solid. Princess is going to connect as well, end up probably getting another shot, I think. Yeah, nice, so that's really good. We'll go for Dark Goblin in the back here. We can go for Rascals. He does get a nice poison down. We should probably be fine, though, because we have everything spaced out. And yeah, as you can see, really nice defense there. Rascals are actually a pretty good graveyard counter. Of course, they're weak to, you know, like arrows, or I guess even poison does decent against them because they are a pretty expensive counter. They still do alright, especially as like a last resort if you don't have a Dark Goblin cycle or something like that. But anyway, that's going to be GG. We made pretty quick work of this guy, I would say, and we're already a third of the way through the challenge. So far, so good. Of course, it is only going to get harder, but nice start nonetheless. Alright, so... Ooh, this guy's pretty good. As you can see, top 300 Royal Tournament finish, and also... I forget what the ladder finish was, but I think it's a top 100 or something. So yeah, pretty good player over here. We'll see what he's using. We'll go for a Princess in the back here. See what he wants to do. Okay, so he is going to go for... Lava first play. Kind of a bad cycle, to be honest, because we don't even have... our Rascals in rotation, so that's definitely kind of annoying for sure, but we'll see what we can do, I guess. I guess the defense wasn't bad, considering, like, he did just go lava first play, and my cycle wasn't amazing, because I had to get to my Rascals, but not bad. Could have been worse, obviously. Okay, wow, that was a very aggressive balloon. I don't know how I feel about that play, because, I mean... I don't know, just, like, very, very aggressive. Maybe I should have tried to counter push off of it, but... I don't think I could have gotten a Prince down in time, so I guess it's alright. Let's just go for... I'm trying to think of what we should do here. I think a Prince in the back should be good. If he goes like... Okay, yeah, so right now we can for sure take his tower. I'm pretty sure. We could actually go Rascals here. And yeah, like he's for sure going to lose his tower. There's no way he can defend this. I should rephrase. There's no way he's going to defend and also take ours. So he kind of had to make a choice. And ultimately, it looks like he decided to lose his and take ours. But now we're going to be in a way better position than him, because even though he's probably going to take our tower here, we're still going to... Oh, wow, and it looks like... Okay, yeah, this game is pretty much over. Wow. I guess we do have a ton of air counters, so I thought this matchup... I didn't think this matchup would be this easy, but I guess when you think about it, like, half of our deck is an air counter, so, like, even though we don't have the rocket, as you can see, because we have the Rascals, we have the Rascals, we have the Dark Goblin, the Princess, the Goblin Gang, so half of our deck is pretty much an air counter, and also the Prince is just amazing at pressuring to make them, like, unable to build up, you know, a really massive air push. Like I said, that guy was pretty good. Like I already said, top 100 ladder finish, top 300 Royal Tournament finish, but we made it look easy, so let's go. Alright, in our next match here, so we have Goblin Barrel. Let's just go ahead and start with a barrel again in the corner. So we see a bar barrel. I'd rather see that than a log, so I'm kind of happy to see that, I guess. So wall breakers coming in, we see skeletons, so no clue what this is yet. Bar barrel skeletons, I mean... Could be like a few different things, I suppose. With the Musketeer, I'd probably guess this is probably Loon Cycle with, probably Bomb Tower and Snowball. The reason I think that is just because, yeah, all the cards that are in that deck he's already played, so I feel like you would... Okay, nice. We do end up saving the... Okay, that was really clutch. Yeah, this is... Okay, this is super solid, this start so far. Yeah, we ended up getting the damage lead, and we forced a ton of elixir out of him, so that was super good. So, here's the interesting thing. We don't actually, unlike Lava Hound, it's easier for him to defend our spam, because he's got a lot of cheap cards. So, this is probably going to be harder than Lava, because I don't have a lot of good counters to the balloon, except the Rascals. I don't know, though. I mean, we'll see what happens. He did give up the angry face, so maybe... that is a sign that this is pretty good for us. I don't know, though. I guess we'll see. We'll go for wall breakers here, see what he wants to do. He's going to go for bar barrel, so let's actually try to capitalize off of that and go in here. Okay, so he does... Oh, wow, yeah, this is really solid. We're going to get damage in both lanes. He's probably going to... Yeah, nice. That was super solid. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. I'm fine with that. I mean, he got some damage, but I would say we definitely got the better end of that. So I actually predicted that. That was well played on his end. Okay, nice. Yeah, he did miss the, okay, yeah, it's gonna be GG. I actually do think that is probably a pretty good matchup for us. I don't know, like, I was a little skeptical, but I almost feel like any deck that doesn't have a log, this deck just wrecks. At least it seemed that way so far. Like, if they don't have a log, it seems almost hopeless for them. They just can't deal with all the spam, and the Barbell just doesn't do the same. So we're already halfway through, and so far it's just been quite simple. We haven't had any issues whatsoever. So we'll see if that stays that way. So we'll go for wall breakers here first play. See what he wants to do. So we can go skeletons. So we'll just go for a goblin barrel. Looks like he's running some sort of cycle deck. Okay, we do see he's got the snowball, so I'm already liking the look of the spell situation, because obviously snowball. Lumberjack, so maybe he's using a balloon deck of some sort, probably different than the last game, because, well, of course it's going to be different, because we see, the Lumberjack, obviously. Okay, so, oof, this might be a little harder, because he does have arrows. I feel like arrows are going to help him out quite a lot. Can obviously still win, but let's actually try to go in here. Okay, that freeze is gonna hold everything off, so yeah, good freeze by him, I would say. Let's go for a goblin barrel here. He'll probably go like bat skellies maybe to take it out. Or snowball, yeah. Let's go for a prince here and see if he decides to, okay, yeah, he is going to go for a balloon. Oh, the Dark Goblin ran away. Okay, I didn't think the Dark Goblin was going to run away. That was... Oof, that was pretty unfortunate. This one is definitely, like I said before, going to be harder, but I feel like that was definitely my fault that that ended up connecting. We'll see, though. We could still win. It's just going to be a little tricky, I think. Space everything out here. Ooh. Okay, hold up. We got something coming here. Oh, I think we got it. Maybe? Princess connected. That's huge. I think we might have gotten it, yeah. Arrows get forced out of him. How much does a Dark Gob do? There we go. Nice. Let's go. That's going to be GG. That was actually a pretty good game. It was, like, kind of intense. I think that was definitely harder than the game before, but we still made it work. The spam is just too much for him to deal with. Okay, this guy's won a Grand Challenge, so another pretty good player. We've actually matched some pretty good players in this Grand Challenge so far, and some of them we got, like, at earlier wins. which is pretty surprising. So even though Grand Challenges are half the cost with half the rewards, you can see they're still, like, definitely not easy. So he's going to go for... Okay, so he does have a... Oof, this might be kind of hard if he's using... Don't know if I should have sacrificed that. I guess it's alright, but... Oh, man. This is going to be hard, especially if he has log. I think this could potentially be our first loss unless I play really well. Especially if he has log. I don't know if he does, because sometimes this deck actually has, sometimes the deck has, let's test it out. We're going to go Rascals here, because his Golden Knight's out of hand. So he does have the Bomb Tower, and he does go, what if we go for... Guess that's fine. He shouldn't have the dash back for at least a few more seconds, so this should kill. Yeah, nice. Okay. So, if he doesn't have the log, this isn't actually that bad of a matchup. He poisons probably, right? Right? That's what I would do. Alright, not really the best NATO there. Go Princess this lane, since he got more damage on the right. Okay, I didn't play anything there, because I had a feeling... Oh, I literally just played the Rascals into the poison. Thought it was outside of the poison. It was not. It was not. Bro, everyone's underestimating the Rascals. Are the Rascals actually good? Like, I'm actually wondering, are the Rascals kind of good now? I don't know. They seem pretty good. Just from what I've, like, kind of noticed, they seem like a pretty good card now. I don't know. Bro, the Prince! Oh my gosh. For some reason I saw that coming, like... I saw that it was going to connect. Like, I just sensed it. I had a feeling. He wasn't paying attention. Yeah, he doesn't have log, so I feel like that's why this has been so easy, this match. All we need to do is get back to another log, and then we're pretty much chilling. I thought we almost had our day ruined because of the Golden Knight there. We're fine, though. It's GG. Whew, good thing you didn't have log instead of, I don't know, the Spear Gobs or something. Alright. 8-0. Only 4 more. Alright, we're in a game here against the boss. See, he's a man of culture as well. He's got boss in his name. Go for wall breakers here in the other lane. He's got Phoenix. Phoenix Rage. Go Dark Goblin here. Arrows? Interesting. Arrows and Rage. Oof. Sparky's interesting, especially without Rocket. Yeah, we lost. Not having Rocket is kind of bad when you're against Sparky. It's kind of like the one matchup where you... Yeah, sort of need it. Yeah, it's a hard counter, I think. To be fair, though, this Sparky deck, I feel like most people don't run. Like, what? He has... Okay, yeah, no one uses this kind of Sparky deck. He's got Zap, Arrows, and Rage. I mean, that's weird. We'll go Wall Breakers here. See what he wants to do. Okay, so he's got Goblins. Goblins, Arrows. We just start Goblin, I guess. So we got Golem. Very interesting Golem deck, because he does have Goblins inside of it. So it's definitely an interesting one. I'm a bit confused. So we'll see. Fisherman. Seems like we defended really well, though. Go Dark Goblin, help out a little bit. Ooh, just went arrows. So try to punish him. Go in here. We got a lot of pressure coming in. He might be able to defend it, but... Oh, no, no, no. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to defend it that well. Look at that. Look at how much damage we just got right there. That was huge. Wow, yeah, that was a ton of damage. So, amazing start to this match. I think double might get kind of hard for us, so we definitely needed that damage there. Force a Phoenix out of him. One Wall Breaker still connects, so continuing our lead even more, and forced him to waste 2 Elixir. So we got damage and caused him to overcommit 2 Elixir, so that's super solid if you ask me. I think we could go Prince here to protect, just because he likely wanted to play something to take out the Princess there. And then we can go Goblin Barrel. This is going to seal the tower, I'm pretty sure. Especially because he played guards in the back. That's pretty much tower down now. And yeah, now all we got to do is just defend for the remainder of the match. And if we're able to do that, then obviously it's going to be GG. We just go Wall Breakers here. Did that just because it would also splash the Golem, so I figured, like, it would deal a little bit of damage and also take the tower right then and there. Go Goblin Gang like this. We're just spacing everything out here so we can't arrow everything. See, the nice thing about this deck is, like, even though arrows are good against it, there's just too much stuff to arrows, you know? Like, you're like, what, 5 things in your deck that they want to go arrows on top of? It's just too much. Not to mention, like, this guy, his deck is really expensive compared to ours, so we can also outcycle them. So that's going to be GG here. Nice win against a strange Golem deck. Golem with Fisherman instead of the Tornado. I mean, they do serve a similar purpose, but I definitely think the Tornado is going to be way better inside of Golem than the Fisherman is. Either way, that's going to put us at 9-1, 3 wins away. So looking pretty good again. I was a little bit kind of stressed after getting that first loss, but now we're getting the momentum going forward again, which is good. So he's going to go for a drill first play of the game. And it looks like, oof, we are going to have a very tough matchup ahead of us because he's running drill NATO. I think, oh, he just played the Golden Knight in the other lane. This is a huge opportunity for us to go in here. Big time opportunity because his Bar Barrel's also out of hand. We just won. We starting handed him. Let's go! Oh, I'm unmuting just to see if there's a reaction. That was, oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys might have been confused how I knew I won right there. The way I knew was because his bar barrel was out of, he's even calling the oops. So, if you're wondering why did he screw up and why did I know, it's because he played the Golden Knight on top of the wall breakers. And here's the thing, right? Even though his deck does quite good against this one, because the Golden Knight, Bar Barrel, NATO, Magic Archer are really annoying for me. What he did was he overcommitted, and he used like pretty much one of his only counters to the Rascals. And with his Bar Barrel being out of hand too, he was pretty much screwed after that. Like there was nothing he could do to defend to get him out of that kind of awkward situation. So that's why whenever it's a tough matchup, you really got to take advantage of single elixir. That's like gonna be your best bet. So we're gonna go Rascals here. We don't have to worry about a Magic Archer, which is great. Man, I have to say the Rascals seem so good right now. Like I actually think the Rascals might be better than I thought they were. Like no joke. I mean, let me know in the comments how you guys think the Rascals are now. They seem like they're very good, and definitely I think will find their way in some decks outside of bait. That's just my opinion. So we do get a double wall breaker connection there on the King Tower, so maybe we even go for the King Tower if he somehow gets our tower. We'll see. We'll just go for a log here. And then, yeah, we do have to watch out for this, okay, nice. Magic Archer does go down. He already used the ability, so yeah, there we go. That's going to be defended pretty easily. Going to be GG here. He'll probably, yeah, I was going to say try to go for Magic Archer. Not going to do anything too crazy. Like, it'll get a little bit of chip damage, but not going to be nearly enough. So yeah, it's going to be GG here. Nice win in a matchup that's not that easy, because if we didn't get all that damage in single, we definitely, I think, would have had a hard time. Then again, maybe I kind of, I don't know, I don't know, like, how to put it, but maybe I was wrong about saying the matchup is bad even. Maybe it's not actually that bad. I don't know, but, 2 more to go. Let's, try to close it out here. Alright, we're against this, Japanese player. So, we got Princess, Darkob, Prince, Rascals. Let's just go ahead with this starting hand. I think we could probably just go for a Darkob at the bridge. I like to start aggressively with this deck. He's going to go for a Valkyrie. Nice reaction time there on his end. So he's got the Valk. Valk's going to do pretty good against the Goblin Gang. Also the Rascals. Ice Wizard means... Oh! Not the tornado he was looking for. So already a massive mistake on his end. We can send in the Goblin Barrel. He was trying to activate the King Tower off the wall breakers. You can do that, but he screwed it up, obviously. So we already took pretty much half of his tower. Courtesy of him missing that. I couldn't say courtesy for some reason. I guess it's a word I don't use that often, so I kind of butchered it, but all good. So he's going to go for a poison there. I don't know what he's going to do for the princess. I'm going to actually go wall breakers because he's going to probably play something for the... Okay, how did this guy make it to... I'm not trying to be toxic, but how did this guy make it to 10 wins in a grand challenge? Watch me somehow lose and jinx what I just said. If I lose after this start, I'm going to be shocked. So I'm just going to say it. Like, how did this guy make it to to 10 wins in a grand challenge? I don't know. I guess they are a little easier now because they are 50 gems. But still, man, I'm kind of surprised. So wall breakers here just to force a bar barrel out of him. And then with that bar barrel, we can then go for a goblin barrel. I am going to play it on the left so to get him the... Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's calling the good game. Honestly, not going to lie, like, this probably is an extremely easy matchup for us. I feel like just the spam is too much for him to deal with. So... Did he, like, give up, maybe? He might have. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him if he did, because it wasn't looking good. Let's put it that way. It was not looking good. With that being said, though, Splash Shard definitely is better in double and triple elixir. That's when it shines. It's worst in single. There's pretty much not a single matchup that Splash Shard is good in single elixir. There's not a single one. So he could have, I guess, you know, in theory, had an insane comeback, but at the rate that match was going, was kind of unlikely. So we're 11-1 now. Let's see if we can close it out. We have a second life as well, so feeling pretty good overall, I would say, in case we get hard countered here. So we'll just go for a Goblin Barrel here, see what he wants to do. So he is going to go for a Drill Wall Breaker's first play of the game. So looking like this guy's probably running... well, already a great start to the game. Can also go ahead and get the King activation. Don't mind if I do. So we already got the King activated and a ton of damage. So I'm liking the start. Maybe I should have activated with the Wall Breakers because I kind of spent one more elixir than I had to. But either way, really good start. If he only has Zap as his spell, then this is going to be a pretty free matchup, I think. So we're going to go ahead and play Rascals here in the back. Should be pretty good because his Firecracker is out of rotation right now, which is good. I'm just going to play a Goblin Gang on the Drill. If the Wall Breakers connect, I don't really care that much because obviously he already got a lot of damage in the left lane, so it's not really the end of the world. Let's just go for a Goblin Barrel here. We already have the... Okay, so he is going to go for a Bandit. Probably Kite with Wall Breakers here. It's fine. It was a little annoying, but it's alright. Yeah, him not having a... Ooh. Okay, that Dark Ob was broken. I'm just going to go Rascals in the back, get some defense going here. Log will take out that Firecracker, so kind of a bit of a mistake by him there. Just going to go Dark Ob in this lane. Get a Goblin Barrel going here. We're going to get some Prince for defense, obviously. Goblins do connect. That is going to be tower down. So all we got to do is defend for the remainder of the match. And that is going to be GG here. So yeah, that is going to be game. Pretty easy matchup. I mean, the Firecracker was a bit annoying, but I think overall, with him having, like, absolutely no spell, made things pretty easy. Like, no log, no arrows. So, if you guys learned anything from this video, I'd say overall, this deck is going to wreck pretty much anything that doesn't have log or arrows in it. Our only loss was, I'm going to be honest, to a matchup I don't even think was that bad. I think the pressure I did at the beginning wasn't good. I didn't want to admit it at the time, because I kind of get a little, you could say, salty when I lose, and I don't want to, like, talk about mistakes, but now that we already won the Grand Challenge, I'd say the loss we got, I probably could have won. So, really, this deck looks really solid. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I didn't know it was going to be this good. Like, the Rascals, like, they seem pretty good. Like, they seem like an average card now. No joke, after playing... a whole Grand Challenge here, they seem like an average card. So as you guys can see, Grand Challenges cost only 50 gems to enter, so I guess it is good for guys who don't have a lot of gems or like free to play who want to play Grand Challenges, but it does mean that they're going to be a little easier, so that feeling you'll get when you finally win a Grand Challenge might not be there like it would have been if you had known you accomplished something that was really, really difficult, because they are technically a bit easier now because they're easier to enter, so you're going to get probably players that are a little bit worse. Because probably the players who are better are going to be playing Mega Draft, but I did hear they're going to make the Grand Challenge 100 gems soon and change that. But anyway, make sure to like the video if you fix that, because they saw a lot of people complaining. So it's going to be back at 100 gems soon, but for now, Grand Challenges are going to be a little easier. So you might want to take advantage of that to get the badge, because it's going to be easier. Anyway, make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already, and thank you again until next time, guys.